Let's talk about The Ghoul, which is the debut film from Gareth Tunley, who's an actor who's appeared in a number of Ben Wheatley films. He was in Down Terrace. He was the priest in Kill List as well, an incredibly sinister role in an incredibly sinister film. You know, things don't shake out quite as simply as this, but there's a sense that there's British independent film before and after Kill List now. There's a real post-Kill List school of independent filmmaking that's kind of using ideas that came up in folk horror, so films like The Wicker Man and Blood on Satan's Claw. There's ideas of like masks and rituals and the idea that evil can be in the land. Something that a writer called David Southwell described as the ghost soil of Britain, that there's a kind of a nasty, like a buried nastiness in the country that can seep up around your feet sometimes.
Right.
And in films like Kill List, of course, and Alice Lowe's Prevenge as well, which is very much in the same tradition,
Right.
It kind of takes the folk horror ideas over to the housing estate and the market town, kind of in a similar way to season 3 of League of Gentlemen did a while back, and Scarfolk as well, the Scarfolk books. It's tapping into something fundamentally sinister about the country while still keeping a real grip on real life that makes it all the more scary. The film begins with Tom Meaton as Chris, this police detective who attends a strange domestic shooting incident. 2 householders have been shot, but the position of the bodies suggests that both of them kept moving after they were shot through the head. And this doesn't sit very easily with him, but he does know that this character who's sort of orbiting the crime scene, a man called Coulson, who's played by Rufus Jones, appears to be basically the ghoul of the title. He's someone who's ghoulishly inclined. He's drawn to macabre situations. And in order to find out more about this guy, Chris decides to go undercover as a psychiatric patient with the same psychiatrist that Coulson uses in order to somehow gain access to his personal files in a hope of discovering what it was that happened at this house on that night that the 2 people were shot. Someone he seeks advice from is a criminal profiler who's played by Alice Lowe, you know, a key figure in this movement again. But the relationship they have is not entirely professional and has quite a strange undercurrent to it, as we can hear very clearly in this clip.
What about you? Well, you were so unhappy a while back.
I don't know. I'm getting there. I should have seen it coming. It's not the first time. He's strayed a couple of times since uni. I loved Manchester, you know. I went back to visit a couple of months back. And just driving up the motorway, seeing signs to the north, felt so good. Don't think I'll stay in London much longer.
I'd like it if you stayed. Is that a new dress?
Yeah, it's actually. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might take it back.
So he comes away from this encounter with this idea that his cover story is that he has depression and he needs treatment from Coulson's psychiatrist. When he starts to inhabit the cover story, it seems to take over his life to an extent that is who he becomes. Now, to say much more about what happens in the film would be to defang it, because not knowing what's going to happen, and in a way not knowing even what has happened, is a crucial part of the experience. The film owes an awful lot to the work of David Lynch, particularly Lost Highway, particularly Mulholland Drive, as you can hear in the music from that. The score was composed by Wayne Shepherd. Really, really kind of fun and accurate riff on Angelo Badalamenti's work for Lynch, particularly in Mulholland Drive. There's a lot of those kind of weird low-angle crossfades between things that really can kind of confuse fantasy and reality very, very effectively. There's also a tremendous performance from the second psychiatrist that Chris goes to see.
Jeff McGivern.
Jeff McGivern. Just a phenomenal, I mean, funny, but also wildly sinister. And he refers back to these occult items, sigils, Klein bottles, all this strange stuff that's going on that really ties this into its folk horror roots. I think this is it's a film that's clearly been made on a very small budget, but it does have very big ideas, and it's scrappy and untidy. Normally that scrappiness works in its favour, I have to say. Occasionally it doesn't. Some of the Lynch stuff is maybe perhaps a little too broadly imitative. But it gives you, with every passing moment, just enough to make you question what you've seen before and what you're going to see now. And it's a film that really stays with you.